So this coordinate plane is used to show relationships. And here we've been given a mathematical relationship connecting x and y through some sort of calculation. So through this relationship, we can generate ordered pairs or connect some x's to some y's. So we can choose any x's we want, since the domain of this, or the domain representing the input, can be anything we want. So I'm just going to start arbitrarily with maybe -2. Substituting -2 into that equation, I get 3 times -2 divided by 2. That's going to give us -3. Plus 4 gives us +1. And so we have an ordered pair of -1, -2, +1. And I'm going to draw that on my graph. Okay, so that represents a coordinate on that relationship. I'm going to maybe choose 0. 0 is always a good number to choose. When I plug in 0, I get +4. So I end up with a point there. I'm going to maybe choose 1. Actually, I'm not going to choose 1 because since it's divided by 2, I really should choose multiples of 2. So I'm going to go with +2. When I plug that in, 3 over 2 divided by 2 times 2 is going to be 3, plus 4 is 7. So I'm going to end up right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to maybe choose, just to stay on my graph, I'm going to choose 3. 3 times 3 divided by 2 is 4.5, plus 4 is 8.5. So at 3, I'm going to have a coordinate at 8.5, right about there. Okay, so now at this point, this is showing a relationship or a pattern. And what we're really interested in is not necessarily the points, but the actual pattern. And the pattern is a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler here, and I'm going to draw a line through these coordinates that represents this pattern. So there's my pattern. The pattern really is the line. This is what I'm looking for. So now using this relationship, we can answer some questions. It says, what's the value of y when x is 6? Well, if I go to x is 6 here and go up, it's somewhere around there. But since it's off the grid, we can just calculate it by substituting in 6. When I plug in 6, I'm going to get 18 divided by 2. So 3 times 6 is 18, divided by 2 is 9, plus 4 is 13. So the value of y when x is 6 is going to be y equals 13, and it shows up in my ordered pair as 6 and 13. To graph this relationship, we can just arbitrarily start substituting in x and y's. Now, it's often easier to calculate when we just have it as a y equals equation. So I'm going to, since it's an equation, all I need to do is keep it balanced. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I end up with, instead of 2x on the left-hand side, I'm going to end up with minus 2x on the right-hand side. So using that equation, I'm just going to generate a few coordinates. So I'm going to go maybe -3. -3 times -2 is +6. Plus 3 is 9. So -3, +9. It's right about there. I'm going to plug in maybe 0. 0, I get +3. I'm going to maybe go 1. When x is 1, y is 1. And I can see with these 3 points, I'm starting to generate a straight line pattern. I'm going to put one more coordinate in. Maybe x is 3. When x is 3, I get -6 plus 3, which is +3. Oops, sorry, this is going to be -3. So 3, -3 is down here. And again, I've generated a straight line pattern. What I'm looking for is not necessarily those dots. Those dots are really just 4 points on the pattern. What I'm looking for is this pattern. And so then I draw in my straight line through that pattern. And you may have chosen different coordinates. You may have gotten different points on this line, but you would end up with the same line.